Hey guys, Stian here, and today I'm really psyched to talk about the new Mixthemusic.com service. What is Mixthemusic.com? Mixthemusic.com lets you download multi-tracks of your favorite hits from the last 6 decades. It can be The Gambler by Kenny Rogers, it can be video game scores, it can be movie scores, it can be modern hits like Ariana Grande and whatever. So all kinds of genres and time periods for modern, semi-modern music are represented. So what you do is you sign up for a free account, and then you download the free version of Studio One Prime, which you need to use this service. If you already have Studio One Artist or Professional, you don't need to bother with downloading Studio One. Just make sure it's updated to version 4.5. Then you go into the song shop and you find the songs you really like and really want to work with, and you pay $10 a pop. And I know that's a lot, that's like 10 times the price of buying a song on the iTunes store, but this isn't a song store for just listening to music. Then you download the purchased song in a brand new file format called .multitrack, which only opens up in Studio One. That's why you need Studio One. When you open up the song, you get the full mix. You get all the tracks of the original recording, or something close to that. Sometimes it looks like they've maybe bounced certain tracks down as just simple stereo tracks. But most of the time, you get all the drums, kick, snare, hi-hats, toms and such. You get the bass guitars, you get the synths and keys, you get guitars, and you get vocals and background vocals. You get the whole thing. So why is this such a great thing? In my opinion, there are 4 reasons why this is a great product. Number 1, you get to learn all about how these songs are mixed and how to improve as a mixer yourself, if you're into that thing. I run a home studio and a home studio blog in Norwegian, in addition to my guitar channel. So for me, it's perfect because you can work with really great sounding tracks. And I know that a lot of home studio guys are always looking for new tracks to mix. And what's better than mixing number 1 hit tracks? Number 2, you get to take a deep dive into the song and really look at the arrangement, and it's really interesting because you can see some songs are like layers upon layers to get that wall of sound, while others are more like stripped down to just the bare instruments, and you can see how was this sound achieved, how was that achieved, and it's just a really great resource to improve your own arrangements and just looking at how do you get that or that sound. So mixing and arranging and producing. Number 3 is for you guys who play guitar or any other instrument and you just want to learn some famous songs and you want to learn how to play them properly. Since you have all the multi-tracks, you can just solo the parts you want to work with, which gives you a whole bunch of options here. You can the first song I purchased from this service was Final Countdown by Europe, and I've always been curious to how they play the various guitar parts. Now I can listen to rhythm guitar, how it's played, and even more importantly, when they don't play anything, and you can listen to the lead guitar, when does it play, when is it quiet, and finally I can listen to the guitar solo from Final Countdown, which is one of my favorite guitar solos. And I can listen to it soloed, no other instruments interfering, just listening to the guitar playing, and then I can change the tempo of the track so I can hear it at a slower pace with no distractions, no slow down drums and effects and crap just muddying up the sound. It's just the sound of the guitar player playing his guitar solo at a slowed down pace, and really make sure that when I'm trying to master this solo, I'm playing it like he played it, not like all those how-to videos on YouTube that are based on someone playing by ear to the whole mix. So I think this is a really good resource for learning how to play these songs exactly like they're played by the original musicians. Number 4, which is the final reason to try this service. The audio quality is really good. All of the audio files are 24-bit and they're like 44 or 48K. So this is better than a CD, and it's a way better than streaming services. This is probably the best version of these songs you're ever going to hear, unless you happen to be in the studio when they were recorded. So that's another big positive with this. So these are my 4 reasons to try it out. Now, there are 2 reasons why you might be less interested. The first one I've already addressed. It costs $10 per song, and you can only use Studio One. So if you don't really want to use Studio One, then you can't really try the service. But hey, it's a free DAW, and I found it fairly easy to get into Studio One when I left Pro Tools a couple of years ago, so that shouldn't be an issue. The bigger issue is that you can't export and share your mixes. So this is only meant as a learning tool and having fun by yourself in the studio. It's not meant for creating a whole bunch of unlicensed remixes. So even though I can play my own guitar parts to the songs, I can change the tempo, I can add rhythm, and I can do whatever I want with them, I can't export the files. There's no export function when you're opening a multi-track file, and I'm pretty sure they'd be pissed if you try to get past this limitation. And I can see where they're coming from. The record companies probably these are all #1 songs, so these are all money makers for them. Probably still to this day they're getting paid for radio licensing all over the world, and you having access to the song and practically being able to just bounce it right back out and make a flawless carbon copy of the song and upload it anywhere. I can see why they would be against that. The other reason is that, well, maybe they don't want you to create all these unlicensed remixes, which is pretty easy when you have everything soloed out, every multi-track, every raw stem. So I can see where they're coming from. It's kind of a bummer, but hopefully in the future maybe they'll add some kind of competition aspect of this service. Maybe there's a remix of the month function where you get to publish your remixes. That probably all depends on the rights owners, so just hoping that the artists and the record labels are finding this service to be a positive thing and getting good feedback. Hopefully it'll evolve even to something even better. But as it is, I think it's great. I've already had a lot of fun with the songs I've downloaded, and I totally recommend this. So that's it for me today. Mixthemusic.com, check it out, and I'll see you next time.